No, definitely not. I thought we'd kick off with a tale that could really have come from the early days of the Two Mics on Tour, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now, a chap called Sam Leach.
Leach.
Sadly passed away.
Sam Leach, is he not the old football commentator?
No, he's not. No. He is described in his obituary in the Times today as the hapless Beatles manager before Brian Epstein.
We're not having a Beatles story straight off.
Honestly, it's not about that. It's about us.
We can't.
It says, Leach's bid to become the group's full-time manager collapsed in ruins on the night of December the 9th, 1961, okay? The date he had booked the Beatles to appear at the Palais Ballroom in Aldershot, okay?
Right.
Have you ever been to Aldershot?
I don't think I have. It's a big army town, isn't it?
Yeah, don't bother, honestly.
I don't think I've ever been there.
It was the first time the Beatles had played in southern England and was intended to be an important career milestone. The idea was to get the London agents to come to see them, Leach explained. In the event, the night turned into perhaps the biggest disaster of the whole Beatles era.
Uh-huh.
First, Tito Burns, who was the most important booking agent in London, with clients including Cliff Richard and the Shadows, refused the invitation. He said, Sam, we've got 5,000 groups in London. Who needs a group with a stupid name like the Beatles? He was to get worse. When the local paper refused to accept Leach's cheque, the advert for the concert failed to appear. Without publicity, there was a queue of exactly 6 people waiting to see the Beatles when the Palais doors opened. He said, I had to send people around the pubs and coffee bars in Aldershot, inviting people to come to a free dance. He said, in the end, we had 18 people in a giant ballroom. Leach, whose powers of concentration were limited, had also failed to book his young charges anywhere to stay for the night. It's getting more and more like a Two Mics Tour event, okay?
What he suggested about children? What do you mean?
His charges.
Yeah, his charges.
Charges, yeah. The Beatles were unimpressed and after the show staged a mock funeral before driving back to Liverpool in the back of a van. 5 days later, the group signed a management contract with a man called Brian Epstein. Paul and John
Where's the other bloke in this? Who's that guy we spoke about the other week who died? What happened to him?
It
was
Alan Williams.
Alan Williams, yeah. Where was he?
He was, well, I don't know. He was another manager. But Paul and John had left an urgent message for me, said Sam, to meet them at the Grapes pub in Liverpool's Matthew Street. And actually, I go there quite often.
Do you?
When I'm up in Liverpool, Matthew Street.
The Grapes pub?
Yeah, I think the Grapes pub is still there, unless it's been renamed.
No.
But I certainly love going down Matthew Street all those bars.
Okay. Well, it's still turned out into a Beatles story, this, isn't it?
Well, hang on. Round the corner from Brian's headquarters, Leach recalled. When I strolled in, Paul and John looked a little uneasy, and Paul, with a stammer, said, Sam, there's this guy who wants to manage us. We know we have a handshake agreement with you, but he's a millionaire. Leach acted as agent on several more gigs in 1962, but basically that was the end of it. So, you know, it's
well, that's possibly the worst story you've ever started a show with.
No, it's not.
It's rubbish.
It's not.
Absolute cobblers.
It's not, because it reminded me of the early days of the Two Mics on Tour when you were in charge of arrangements.
No, it doesn't remind
That's what used to happen.
No, what used to happen was we would go to hotels that you booked, which were absolutely bloody awful. And they still are.
No.
Now, how about this from Western James?
Yeah.
Porky's already lost the plot. He can't remember where he was or what he was doing 48 hours ago.
I mean, look, we had a very busy day. We were in several different lounges.
Why do you insist on arguing with me? Sam says, Parry's always talking rubbish 5 minutes in. Why does he always say what when he's losing an argument?
No, I don't.
Terrible start to the show, that. I must apologise on the behalf of the Two Mics. However, it will get better. We've got a tribute to Hello star Gordon Kaye coming up.
Oh, that was terrible news, wasn't it?
It was terrible
75 years of age.
But we've got a big surprise coming for people. So
he got hit in the head, by a flying billboard.
Why didn't he turn into Uri Geller?
No, you fool. The billboard came off in a gale, smashed through the windscreen of the car and hit him in the head.
Right.
It was a terrible incident.
I see.
After all this, my love is up, just believing. Da-da.